Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a blow dry video today just to teach you how to get a nice smooth blow dry. I'm not really going to be focusing on volume or curl or anything too much, just how to get a nice smooth blow dry. For those of you who are self-isolating because of this crazy time, and obviously hairdressers are closed, including the one that I work at, Suite 303, 7 Bond Street in Manhattan. Yeah, this is for you. Okay, so I'm just going to start by telling you what tools and products that I have today. So first of all, obviously a hairdryer. Nozzle is important. It concentrates the heat and makes the blow dry a little smoother. You can do it without the nozzle if you don't have one, but if you do, definitely use it. I have 3 clips, butterfly clips and a little silver one. I have my paddle brush and a round brush. I also have Orbe run through detangling primer, just to prime the hair before you put the product on. It helps allow the product to kind of apply evenly all over your hair. You can use really any, just a spray, any blow dry cream. My hair is quite thick and it tends to get kind of frizzy and dry, so this kind of helps just with combing it through. I love these little tangle teasers as well. You just comb your hair out without too much damage. Next, I'm going to apply Orbe styling butter. It's a curl enhancer, but you can use it on straight hair as well, or if you're doing straight blow dry. My hair is super thick, so this can take it. If you have finer hair, I would recommend something lighter. It's just super heavy and moisturizing, which I need for my hair. Just a little bit in your hands, run through all the ends first, and the ponytail, and then whatever's left on your hands after that, just bring it through the top. When I go away on holiday, I use this on my hair when it's wet, and I just let it dry naturally, and it just looks super hydrated and smooth. Lastly, I like to use an oil after the blow dry is done, so I'm using this oil by Daveness, which I love the smell of. Some people don't like it, but I think it's hot. So I like to section my hair off into 3 different sections. First one is the top of the head. So my parting is here, around there, so I like to get that in. Just come back to your crown, section this bit up, flip this up out of the way. This is going to be your last section. Then I take from the ear, either side, and I kind of go up to the middle of my head and twist that up out of the way. And so your first 2 sections are just these underneath ones here. You're going to start, whether it's your round brush underneath like that, and holding the hairdryer in the opposite hand, obviously, and always pointing the nozzle down. Down, down, down. That just smooths all the cuticles down. And you can either go super straight all the way down, or just a little roll at the end if you want a little movement. Otherwise, with the paddle brush, same thing, under and down. You want the nozzle like pointing at the ground. The angle is very important. That's what gets it nice and smooth. You want to make sure that you get the root bit first as well. Get the root bit nice and dry. So I'm just making sure that the root area is super dry. Make sure that's really dry before you go on to your next section, because if it's not, it'll just create frizz. I don't like to lay wet hair on dry hair, so you can even just section this off into two, or just section this little piece off while you're doing the other side. Like you can take this into two sections, it'll be a little easier for you. And again, focus on the root area. That was quite a big section, so if you get a little overwhelmed, just take smaller sections. I like to brush it down a bit like that as well, it just kind of helps smooth it out more. Yeah, just angling it down like that and just kind of slightly angling it onto your root just to make sure it's all dry and there's no frizziness. You brush your section out first, it'll just make it easier. I am slightly curling it at the end, but you can go straight down. I'll demonstrate that now. It's much easier to do that and you do get a lovely straight blowout, but I like just a little bit of volume and movement at the end. You can go that way too. Okay, so just moving on to the top section. I actually took mine a little bit too big. The brush is not going to fit on it. So what I'm going to do, because my parting is here, I'm just going to take another section here, just to make that a little smaller. I'm going to take that bit down and blow dry that now. So for the front piece here, I'm sectioning it into two different sections. The front one in half, this out of your way. And the back section here, I like to bring it to the side like this. I just think it's easier than stretching your arms up like that. Although you can, if you, whatever you find easier. I find this kind of easier. So again, just focus on the root. Yeah, and you can take it into, if that's too big a section, you can take it into two sections if you like. So I'm just blowing on top now just to kind of shake it out and see where it's going to fall naturally, and then I'm just going to go over it a little bit again just to smooth it out a little bit. around, make sure there are no wet pieces, or there's a little frizzy piece there. That usually happens to me. So just pick it up, comb it through, and just smooth it again. And you can go, if it's easier for you to go out like that, you can do that too. So last section. I like to bring this forward. It just gets a nice bit of volume in it. And what I like to wrap it around the brush. Make sure the ends are all tucked in. Roll it up and just blow on it like that. And afterwards, I like to kind of clip it just for a minute or two, let it cool down, and you'll get some nice volume and movement. Okay. Okay, so once it's completely dry and it's still a little warm or hot from the hairdryer, I like to just wrap it up. So wrap it around your fingers and just wrap it up like that, like a barrel curl, and just pin it for a minute. You can do it with a clip like that or a bobby pin. And just let that sit for a minute. You could even put some cold air on it. Or you can do the cold shock. Or you can just wait 5 minutes. Just flip it back. And your parting, and there you have it. Nice, smooth, a little bit of volume on top, and it'll last you 2 days at least. So I actually feel like my ends are okay, and I'm not going to put any oil in it, but maybe in a day or two, if your ends are starting to get a little bit dry looking or something, you can add a couple of drops of oil or some cream or something like that. I do like to have a little spritz of hairspray, especially like for the front pieces here, and just a little, and a little comb through. If you have any areas that are particularly kind of frizzy or fly away, you could always just spray it on your brush or your comb and go in like that. And it should tame any little flyaways. Or you can spray it into your hand, like that. Rub it in, and go through like that. And you should have nice, soft, silky hair. Mwah! Stay safe, everyone.